Have you ever stopped to think about the everyday magic that happens when you walk into a coffee shop, tap a Wi-Fi network on your phone, and boom, you're instantly connected to the whole world? No complicated forms, no waiting in line. You literally just tap a button and you're online. But seriously, how does that actually happen? How do our devices connect instantly without us doing absolutely anything? Well, there's an invisible, incredibly fast automated process doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes while we're just casually sipping our coffee. Today, we're decoding that exact digital magic. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll look at the need for network addresses. Then, we'll meet the DHCP protocol, look inside the DHCP package, talk about the end of manual work, and wrap up with smart recycling through IP leases. So, Section 1, the need for network addresses. Before we get into the really cool automated tech, we've got to establish the single most fundamental rule of all networking, and that is communication requires a unique identity. Think about it like a standard home address. For a physical house to receive postal mail, a package, or a pizza delivery, it absolutely needs a unique street address. If it doesn't have one, the delivery driver has zero clue where to drop off your stuff. Well, the exact same logic applies to the digital world. Every single phone, laptop, or smart TV needs an IP address, an Internet Protocol address, to enter the Internet and receive data packets. Without this unique digital address, your device simply doesn't exist on the network. It's totally invisible. Which brings us to Section 2, meet the DHCP protocol. Okay, so we know we absolutely need an address to get online, right? But who actually gives it to us? Who plays the role of the postal service here? Well, meet the network's tireless digital postmaster, DHCP. In the simplest terms, this is the automatic service responsible for distributing IP addresses across a network. It's the completely hands-free system handing out these critical network addresses so that you, or some poor IT tech, doesn't have to do it manually. Now, what's really interesting about this is how we can demystify the technical jargon just by breaking down the acronym itself. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Dynamic means the allocation is automatic and constantly changing. It adapts on the fly. Host refers to any connected device asking for an address, whether that's your smartphone, your laptop, or, even the office printer. And configuration is all about setting the network rules so that the host device knows exactly how to behave and communicate once it's finally online. All right, moving on to Section 3, inside the DHCP package. So what exactly is inside this configuration? What are these rules? Well, let's look at the exact moment of connection. The exact split second your device joins a Wi-Fi network, it essentially shouts out into the digital void, "Hey, I'm new here, I need my settings." And instantly, the router's built-in DHCP server replies by sending what's basically a digital gift box. It's a ready-made package of information sent directly to your device over the air. Let's unbox this package together because there are 4 absolutely crucial elements inside. First up, the IP address. This is your unique ID, that digital home address we just talked about. Second, the subnet mask. Think of this as a network filter that tells your device exactly which neighborhood of the network it currently belongs to. Third, the default gateway. This is basically the router's exit door to the internet. It tells your device exactly where to go when it wants to leave the local Wi-Fi and browse the wider web. And finally, the DNS server IP. This is the incredibly helpful translator that turns human-readable website names into the actual computer numbers the web uses. And here's the crazy part. All 4 of these critical settings are handed to your device in a fraction of a single second. Section 4, the end of manual work. And this brilliantly illustrates why this automated gift box is such a massive deal. To really get it, we need to look at the real-world stakes and what the alternative used to look like. Just imagine the absolute nightmare of the manual method. Picture a totally exhausted IT technician in a busy cafe having to manually type that complex 4-part digital package we just unboxed into 100 different customer phones. It's incredibly slow, it's exhausting, and the risk of making a typo extremely high. Now compare that to the instant automated management of DHCP. You've got a smart router distributing everything in the blink of an eye with absolutely zero human error. It's a real game changer. Now, that human error part is absolutely crucial, primarily because of something called an IP conflict. An IP conflict is a super frustrating network error caused by manually assigning the exact same IP address to 2 different devices. If a tired technician accidentally gives two laptops the exact same digital home address, neither of them will be able to connect properly. They just clash. The automated nature of DHCP completely eliminates this risk by keeping a flawless computerized tally of exactly who has what address. Let's hit our final section. Section 5, Smart Recycling with IP Leases. But wait, you might be wondering, what happens when that busy cafe gets 1,000 different customers over the course of a week? The router only has a limited number of addresses to hand out, so how do we not run out of space? Well, DHCP uses this genius concept called an IP lease. This is a smart recycling system that provides temporary network addresses to devices. You see, an IP address isn't permanent. When your phone gets an address at a coffee shop, it's not claiming it forever. It's really just renting it temporarily. This maximizes the network's efficiency and ensures that addresses are literally never wasted. Let's move to the steps and see how this builds a perfectly sustainable digital environment. Step 1. Your device connects and leases an IP address for a set period of time. Step 2. You finish your coffee, you leave the cafe, and you disconnect from the network. Step 3. The router realizes you're gone and smartly reclaims that unused IP address, tossing it right back into its available pool. And Step 4. A brand new customer walks in, and that exact same IP address is leased out to their device. It's a constant, seamless cycle of intelligent recycling. Which leaves me with a final thought for you. Given that this cycle happens literally everywhere you go, airports, hotels, restaurants, offices, even your own home, how many temporary IP addresses do you think you have silently rented throughout your life without ever even knowing it? Thousands? Tens of thousands? It is really fascinating to think about the invisible, automated magic we interact with every single day. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I hope you never look at a Wi-Fi connection the exact same way again.